Hi, my name's Andrea. Please see the following as I answer the questions from your ad. I love the idea of sending a video because how do you get to know a person by just seeing a piece of paper from them? So your first question was, what would you describe as your strengths? So I'm very organized. I really thrive with organization and I love to organize things as well. I enjoy being able to look at systems and figuring out the best way to do something, the most efficient way, and then also reevaluating perhaps if a system isn't working to come up with something better. I'm very goal orientated and also very efficient and a fast learner. I really enjoy hands-on learning, and if someone can show me something, I will usually write notes and then have those notes to refer back to when I have to complete a task. What would you describe as your weaknesses? I don't always have a lot of patience. I try to remember that everyone has different needs and they're not always the same as me, so I can sometimes get impatient with people. And I also like to follow rules, which then can sometimes make me lose sight of perhaps what the other person is trying to say or to their point. So sometimes I need to put the rules aside and listen to the person. What previous experience do I have? So I was in real estate for just on 20 years, and during that time I held varied roles within 2 offices, from reception, which is where I started, and then I did holiday property management, I did permanent property management, I did sales assistant work, I also was office manager, and I also did fill-in sales when our salespeople were on holidays. So during that time, I did lots and lots of different things. I also work currently at a retail business, which is a specialty butcher that specializes in German small goods. And I also have been a business owner. My husband also is a contractor, so I help him run his books. The skill set I would bring to Body IQ. I'm a proficient computer user. I don't find computers hard. I really like software and learning how everything works. I take initiative. I don't need to be assigned a task. I try and look for things to do to be able to help out wherever necessary. I like to take control of situations. So if I can see that perhaps someone needs some help, I'm quite happy to step in and help out in any way. I also like to solve problems because that is just part of life. We get given problems or problems arise, and yes, we don't like them and they can be inconvenient, but what we really need to focus on is how we're going to solve that problem so that everyone is happy, hopefully, at the end of the day. If you were to ask what my spirit animal was, I would say a working dog, because I'm super loyal. I enjoy structure and obedience and training. Probably I have a lot of energy as well. And it's like once you train a working dog, they will just do their job day in, day out, and once it's done, it's done. The next question would be, as a receptionist, what do you believe is the most important function in the office? I can't stress how important I think reception work is. You are basically the gatekeeper of who comes in, who goes out. You need to sort of have your finger on the pulse to sort of keep an eye on what's going on through the office, who might need what. You are also the director of first impressions. You are the face of the business. So it's a really important role. Sorry. As a receptionist, what do you believe is the most important function in the office? Sorry, we answered that. Do you have the flexibility with hours of work? Yes, I do. I don't have children. I do volunteer work on my other days, but again, that's super flexible. Yes, I'm willing to work more than 8 hours a day, as long as I'm getting paid. My interests are dogs. You might have seen my dog in the background. I'm really sorry. I'm outside with them. I love going to the beach, and I like spending time cooking, and like I said, I do volunteer work, so I get a lot of enjoyment from that. No, I have no allergies or health conditions that will stop me from doing daily tasks. Do I like animals? No, I love them. I would be one of those people that would have every rescue animal that needed a home if I could. I'd be one of those crazy people that would have every dog that needed a home, but my husband says no, and also I don't have the time. Yes, I love children. They are always fun. They are always challenging. And I really enjoy helping seniors. I can imagine how challenging it would be to grow old and have all of this experience and no one take notice of you because you're elderly. And that's not fair, because they need dignity and respect. Yes, I believe I can multitask. Like I said before, I have real estate experience, and I managed over 150 permanent rentals, and during this time we had to often multitask, whether you're on the phone and trying to type an email or liaising with someone over the counter and then being able to respond to something that needed quick attention because something out of the ordinary happened that you weren't expecting. So yes, I definitely can multitask. Then my next question, if you had a patient who demanded to speak to an osteopath team, I would try my best to help the patient first, because really that's what I'm there for. I would then see if there's anyone else within the practice who might be able to help them or guide me on where to go to be able to help the patient. It would be a last resort to interrupt the osteo while they were treating someone else. If a team member came to me and needed my assistance while helping a customer, I would excuse myself from the patient and just say, I won't be a minute, and I'd take direction of what needed to be done. I'd make a note, and then I would finish up with the patient and then go to that task that therapist needed. Why do I want to work for the Body IQ team? Because it sounds really exciting. It sounds like a challenging work environment, and it sounds like it would be varied and fast-paced and something different every day, which I feel like I'm kind of lacking in the job that I have now, which is very customer service based, but it's the same thing day in and day out. So I'm looking for a challenge. Thank you so much for your consideration. I'd love to hear from you. I'd also love to meet you in person. So thank you very much. I'm Andrea.